Greetings, everyone. My name is Schellie Fan. I am your emotional intelligence expert. I am the CEO and founder of Ask Schellie Consulting. I'm a Florida State licensed psychotherapist, co-owner of Harmony Mental Health and Behavioral Services. I have had the honor and the privilege of connecting with people over the past several weeks that are absolutely struggling. They are depressed. They are super anxious. They are hopeless. And through a 7-point prescription that I created, I have been able to get them out of that place and into a place of hope, into a place where they are empowered to laugh and find value even in this season. I call it the B7 pill, prescription for ideal living and longevity. It's 7 things that you absolutely have to be in this season to learn how to smile in the storm. That's resiliency. That is what we need, because if we can learn the art and all the skills associated with being resilient, we would be a powerful people. The first B, be intentional. We can't just expect change just to come out the walls or fall from the sky. It starts with a decision and a commitment to be, drumroll, uncomfortable. These are things that we are being forced to do that are outside of our norm. So we have to be intentional about doing things different. Be intentional about getting sunlight. Be intentional about connecting with the people that you're not quarantined with. Be intentional about planning out your days. Be intentional about decompressing. What are those things that you are electing to release pressure, to achieve a state of calm and hope? Those are things that require you to be intentional. Self-care is not necessarily about doing what you want to do. That's easy, but that's not self-care. Self-care is about doing the things that you need to optimize your wellness. So the first thing that is needed for you to make it out on the other side of this pandemic, a new and amazing person, is to be intentional about your self-care. The second, be fortified, mind, body, and soul. We fortify our minds by making sure we're stimulating our brains and letting our brains know, listen, we're not just going to be stuck in this survival mode place, fight or flight or freeze, but we're actually going to take this time to absorb new information. Do you know what's on the other side of something that you're stuck on? New information. New information promotes change. And so assure that you're taking this time to learn a new language, learn to play a new instrument, wake up those areas of your brain that have fallen asleep, right? So if you're right hand dominant, use your left hand a little bit more in this season. If you're left hand dominant, like me, like most of the geniuses in this world, use your right hand more in this season. We're waking up our brains. We're letting our brains know we are inviting new information to keep you awake. There are only 2 things your brain cells can do: die or multiply. That's your choice. We have to fortify our bodies. I had the privilege of sitting on a panel, I think it was last Friday, with a doctor that said not only are we quarantining to assure that we are safe from contracting or being exposed to the virus, but we should also be building our immune systems to overcome that virus in the unfortunate event that we do come into contact with the virus. That led me to Chamberlain's the next morning. Guys, it's so much more than just quarantining. How are you building and fortifying your bodies to be able to overcome? So make sure you're getting enough sleep, make sure you're eating well, make sure that you are exercising, and make sure that you are putting in your body those things that you need to build your immune system, to strengthen your body. Make sure that you are fortifying your soul. What you put in you will come out of you. What well are you withdrawing from? And make sure that you are intentional about that. What podcasts are you listening to? What YouTube channels are you listening to? What psychotherapist, coach are you connecting with in this season to pull from strength that may not be generating from the inside of you? What are you doing to build your soul? Who's that positive, or who are those positive friends that you need to connect with in this season to fortify your soul? The outside world, those external stimuli can only do two things: build you or break you. Breakers are things that just withdraw from you. And sometimes the news does that for us. We appreciate the news, but sometimes it just withdraws, and our children withdraw, and our spouses sometimes withdraw. Withdrawals. How are you making those deposits? First, be intentional. Second, be fortified. Third, be protective. I just talked about it. You know, what comes in you will come out of you. So make sure that you are limiting your exposure to media and the news. You can give yourself 3 times a day, maybe 15 to 20 minutes, just to become aware and updated, but not consumed. Establish a system with your family members. You take a 15-minute shift 3 times a day. They take another 15 minutes. Another family member takes another 15 minutes. At the end of the day, maybe once or twice a week, if that's need be, connect with those family members. Everybody updates them on what they heard and keep it moving. We can still survive without having CNN on 24 hours a day. So be protective. There are certain people that I know I just cannot connect with. This is in my personal life. People that I just can't connect with in this season because I know the importance. As I pour out, I need deposits. So who and what are you connecting with to fortify your soul, right? What are you doing to make sure that you are being protective of what goes into your eye and your ear gates? So limit your exposure to those withdrawals. The third, be productive. Get up in the morning. Oh my God. Take a shower, shave, do your hair, put your face on, get dressed. Do your work. Some of us have the privilege of working from home for real. Some of us have careers where you're not able to work from home. So activate that start button on your calling. That project in your home, those projects in your home that have been put off time and time again, how about do it now? Get the garage organized. Get those baseboards clean. Get those fans dusted off. Listen, this is a time to be productive. I have people that call me sometimes. They're like, I'm waking up at 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. No, we have to continue to be productive. We have to be creative. Bring your anxiety to your ability to paint. Bring your anxiety to that blank canvas. Bring your anxiety to your ability to write poetry. Bring your anxiety to your ability to sing. Bring your anxiety to your ability to write music. Bring your anxiety to your gift. Your natural, unique abilities, skills, and talents were given to you as a natural form of medicine. So let's take a dose of medicine and make sure that you are flowing in your gifts and that you're giving your children the opportunity to do the same. Last 2, be helpful. I was so pleased the other day. I got a phone call from a friend of mine. Her son found out that one of his classmates who used to bully him could not engage in his coursework because they could not afford cable. So they didn't have Wi-Fi, they didn't have internet access. His birthday was last week or 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. And he asked his mom if he can use his birthday money to pay for their bill so that they can have cable and Wi-Fi. So this little boy is able to engage in connecting with his classroom members and also able to do his work. We all have something somebody else needs, and we can still offer it in a safe and socially distant way. So what can you do to be helpful? Invite your children into that process. And the last, be hopeful. Listen, a lot of what we're experiencing feels unprecedented, but the outcome is not. We survived. This world has survived plagues in the past. I am a survivor of 9/11. There was a time when it didn't feel like there was any hope, but we came out so strong. And during that time, I had the privilege of witnessing the most heroic acts, the most humanitarian efforts, the most persistence for recovery. So I know that what's on the other side is great. Keep the hope. We understand that the now may not be so positive at times, but there is a next. And I am motivated, and I'm standing flat-footed on the fact that my family members will see next. Where are you withdrawing from so that you can continue to be hopeful and know that this too shall pass? Your B7 pill, your B7 prescription for ideal living and longevity. Be intentional, be fortified, be protective, be productive, be creative, be helpful, and be hopeful. And if you need help in doing this, connect with Schellie Fan at www.askschellie.com. You can email info@askschellie.com. And listen, you may reach out for help. And I may say, hey, I know a great therapist in this community, and this is what she does. I know a great therapist in the community. This is what he does. It may not necessarily be me, but I will promise to be the conduit to connect you with the help that you need. We are going to make this. We are going to do this together. We're going to do this. We're going to make it. We're going to make it to the other side. It is a decision. I have had the privilege. This was an amazing time for me to present my 7-point prescription for surviving this time. Now you can make a decision. You can press end and continue life the way you have been, or you can commit yourself to certain changes and actions that absolutely need to happen to assure that you make it on the other side a different and transformed person. There is an opportunity for your children to grow and become stronger, an opportunity for your family to become more resilient, an opportunity for your marriage to become stronger and more resilient. It starts with a decision, and you are empowered to make that decision today. We win. I would love to partner with you. Again, you can find me on www.askschellie.com. You can email info@askschellie, SCHELLIE.com. You can call 407-350-5070. Excuse me, that's 407-350-5070. I declare that we win. And we will get on the other side of this pandemic an amazing people. Watch. Wait for it.